from Sicily to Rome. Who is that guy? Do you know? It's Julius Caesar, of course. After he was murdered, a brutal war of succession started between Octavian and Antonius. And Octavian won. Do you want to know why? Because of fake news. Octavian told the Romans that because Antonius had an Egyptian girlfriend, a foreigner, he didn't have Rome's best interest in mind. So the Romans believed this disinformation, and Octavian won and became emperor. Disinformation is defined as false information spread with an intention to manipulate people. It has always existed. That's exactly what Octavian did to win. What has changed is how and how fast it spreads. Today, no more runners stand at road junctions like it was back in the times of Rome. Today, we have social media, and more importantly, we have AI. I deeply care about fighting the spread of disinformation because the consequences are so very real. So I'm really glad to be able to work for Newsgeist and also teach students around that topic, journalistic students, because they need to know. Now, studies show that we have to get really ready for a new era, the era of AI, silently but impactfully taking over the spread of disinformation. Newsgeist just published a study that shows that the probability of ChatGPT and also BART, criticizing Google a little bit, spreading disinformation when it comes to relevant news topics, lies at 80 to 98% right now. For the study, Newsgeist prompt engineered the tools to test how easy it was to make them misbehave around news and disinformation. The answer is very easy indeed. If Newsgeist gets them to misbehave so easily, how easy is it for the tools to be weaponized in times of election and crises? Just as a reminder, social media was not invented to spread disinformation either, but it did. And Gen AI is already being misused to help spread disinformation. Russian state-owned media company RT publishes articles claiming that Washington was involved in the Maidan uprising in Ukraine in 2014. Source, ChatGPT, pretending that ChatGPT is a reliable news source. Beijing-controlled China Daily does exactly the same. Different news, same pattern, ChatGPT as a news source, and it is believed. And you know what is also interesting? Newsgeist found that it's even easier to make the Chinese version of ChatGPT spread disinformation, especially when it's disinformation the Chinese government is interested in. But there's more. We have already identified at Newsgeist 452 AI-generated news websites spreading false narratives, and that truly is a new generation of troll farms on its way. This is a very typical example you see right here. It looks like it could be a real business news website produced by journalists, right? The site doesn't show anywhere, but most of its content is produced by AI. Let me show you why it's so clear to Newsgeist. Look at the error message in an article as an example. As an AI language model, I don't have personal preferences, etc. So really easy to detect this time, but obviously the sites get better and better. There's a lot of more examples. You can see a few here. Health websites are very typical for troll farms. They make a lot of money, and they manipulate public opinion. And you know, all of those are AI generated. We should keep in mind that we set the course today when it comes to AI's impact on disinformation. In 2000, look at the numbers, in 2025, 10% of all data will already be AI generated. Let's hope the data is factful. So what helps? The first thing I always tell my students is ask yourself, what's the intention of an information being spread? And then media literacy today also includes understanding Gen AI tools. This is Newsgeist's contribution to the solution, besides all the research we do, rating the news sources of a country based on 9 apolitical criteria, label them as trustworthy to the users on social media. And even though there is solutions, we still have to tackle so many more challenges. And I'm really glad that we have that opportunity this weekend. And I'm looking forward to a lot of interesting sessions with you guys. Thank you.